Hello. Hello, hello, hello. I'm not sure if this is working correctly. You're gonna have to hold on with me. You're gonna have to hold my hand with this. Hello, Davis. I hope you are doing well. Today, I have planned to tell some scary stories. I gotta get all the ambient sounds going in. Happy Halloween! Alright. So as you might see, I am sitting in my little hiking chair that I bought for $2 at Goodwill. Quite a steal, actually. Unfortunately, it is not transparent, and I had less than 2 seconds to find one. So, I settled for a non-transparent hiking chair from Goodwill. I am also joined by Heavy from TF2, who's here for mostly emotional support. Like, you see this background? It's scary. It's got trees. It's dark. I can't see. I'm telling spooky, scary stories at Halloween. So he's giving me a thumbs up. That's a thumbs up. I'm gonna make Heavy disappear. And I'm also gonna make my chair disappear. That's just not cool enough for the story, I don't think. Goodbye. That's his brief 5 minutes of fame with me. Goodbye, Heavy. Do swadania. Or paka. Alright. Thank you for joining me here today on the new YouTube streaming instead of Twitch. I don't like Twitch anymore. Personal reasons, and also some money involved. Thank you. Today, I'm going to present to you 2 scary stories that I have. Presented by shcats. Don't get too scared. You can always close the stream, but I'll be here with the story. I have 2 ideas of a story. I'm not a very good storyteller. I can't build up suspense. I just tell it how it is. And I've got 2 spooky, scary stories for you. There's a not so scary one. And a scary one. And I'm gonna do both. I was thinking about this the other day, actually. I can't tell scary stories very well. Because a lot of them, they just kind of suck. It's like I don't know, they're just not scary. You can always be like, oh, I can make myself feel scared, but it's not very scary. You know the age-old girl with the green ribbon? She wears it her entire life. Like, that's not a scary story. This spooky, scary stories to tell in the dark book in every library, in every elementary school, it's not very scary unless you make yourself get scared. So I was thinking the other day, what is the only time that I have gotten scared? There's not many times that I have, actually. I live in the woods, and a lot of the scary stuff that you see on TV, they're not really scary. It's more like city people, they don't know how to live in the countryside, so everything's scary. A crow Cawing is scary. Ominous sounds is scary. The house creaking is scary. But it's not really. It can be explained. It can be dealt with. It's just your own mind playing tricks on you. But I remember this one day that made me a little worried. I'm not superstitious. I'm not religious. I shouldn't say those are synonyms. I'm not superstitious at all. I don't believe in ghosts. I don't believe in spirits or whatever. But the one thing that city people, especially in horror movies, get right is the saying that the woods are alive. And it sounds scary when I say that, I know it does, but it's really true. The animals are always making like little sounds. You have little bugs and crickets, you have birds everywhere. The turkeys make so much goddamn noise. It's kind of annoying. And the deer are always around, especially if you grow some food. These bastards keep eating my grapes. But the woods are alive. They make so much noise. You go outside and there'll be a squirrel waiting to chuck a nut at you. But the scariest time that I ever had is a silent forest. A silent forest is terrifying. It means something is in it that is scaring the animals, all the animals in the woods, not to make a sound. Even at night, coyotes yip all the time. They're annoying. There's owls. There's woodland nocturnal creatures. But when the woods are silent, that's your sign to get the fuck out of there. And it creates such a heavy dread in your chest. You never want to be in a silent forest, because you're the only one that will be making sound. Like I said earlier, coyotes, they always wander around at night, and they're kind of annoying. They always bark and yip, but at night I'll yell out at them, and that'll get them to stop for 5 minutes. They always bark. I hate it. It'll keep you up till 2 a.m. And they hunt at night. And one of those nights, I think they got one of my neighbor's cows. And I'm not stupid. I'm not gonna go out to try to save a cow in the middle of the night where I can't see anything. This is the countryside. You can't see anything at night. There's no night lights. You have your flashlight. Flashlights make everything 10 times scarier. I don't know what it was. They make it scarier. And it was 2 or 3 a.m. I wasn't gonna go out there. That's stupid. You don't do that. Unfortunately, you have to leave it for the neighbors, because it's just too dangerous. That night, the woods were silent except for the cow. And the cow sounded like it was getting hunted by the coyotes. But there was no sound of coyotes that night. It was terrifying. It went on till early morning, 3, 4 a.m. It's still dark out when the screaming stopped. I don't know how to say it. When the cow's mooing. I don't know, when the cow stopped mooing. And when it was finally daylight outside, I went out to check on my neighbors, see if more animals got in or if they needed help. I asked, is your cow okay? Did the coyotes get it or something? They said they don't have a cow. I don't know what it was, but it never happened again, and I try not to think about it. ever. That's a true story. That was the only time that I have gotten a little scared in my life. Other than that, nothing scares me much. I think my marshmallow is getting a little toasty. Oh my god. I don't know. That was the only time I ever got scared. And not just like jump scared, like legitimately bone scared. That's my evil laugh. Alright, you want to hear the second story? I only have like 30 minutes. I'm a working person. I gotta get working on homework. Can you believe it? I have a homework assignment due on Halloween. That's pretty scary. Austrian story about headless cows. That sounds terrifying. Also, poor cows. Cows are such sweet, gentle creatures. Like curious toddlers. The second story I have prepared. I'm not sure if you've heard it before. It is a story that's been told over and over again. But it's nonetheless scary. Also, by the way, I'm dropping in shameless self-promo in the middle of between stories. My Discord. Link. You know. If you ever want to join in. I'm posting selfies of me in an Among Us costume later. That's all I have. The second story is man door, hand hook, car door. This is from Reddit. Old story. Ready? And I'm reading this out loud. Alright. Man and girl go out to drive under moonlight. They stop at a side of road. He turns to his girl and say, "Baby, I love you very much." "What is it, honey?" "Our car is broken down. I think the engine is broken. I'll walk and get some more fuel." "Okay, I'll stay here and look after our stereo. There have been news reports of stereos being stolen." "Good idea. Keep the doors locked no matter what. I love you, sweaty." It's making me tear up. So the guy left to get full for the car. After 2 hours, the girls say, "Where is my baby? He's supposed to be back by now." Then the girl hears a scratching sound and a voice say, "Let me in." The girl doesn't do it, and then after a while, she goes to sleep. The next morning, she wakes up and finds her boyfriend still not there. She gets out to check, and man door, hand hook, car door. That's it. That's all the stories I have. 2 shocking stories. get you pumped up for Halloween. Have a happy, spooky Halloween! Ooh! And thank you for joining me!